Good evening and welcome to our Friday Vespers or evening prayer and meditation time for First Christian Church, Bellingham, Washington. I'm happy that you've been able to join me this evening. I hope you've had a very good week. And now, if you would allow me to help you and myself pause in this week for a time of peace and quiet and meditation. This evening, I'd like to start with Proverbs 4, verses 18 to 19. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what they stumble over. Now, those might seem like strange words for me to choose if you know me at all. But hang tight, and we're going to explore a bit of Barbara Brown Taylor's words in Learning to Walk in the Darkness. And I just realized that might appear backwards to you. Bear with me as we deep into some dark explorations. Barbara Brown Taylor is one of my favorites. She is as you might know, retired from ministry, retired a little bit early. Hear these words. She says, "Darkness is shorthand for anything that scares me, that I want no part of, either because I'm sure that I do not have the resources to survive it, or because I do not want to find out. The absence of God is in there, along with the fear of dementia and the loss of those nearest and dearest to me." She goes on to talk about some of the terrible things that we might fear in life, some of the things that may or may not happen in our lives. She says, "I wish I could turn to the church for help, but so many congregations are preoccupied with keeping the lights on right now that the last thing they want to talk about is how to befriend the dark. Plus, Christianity has never had anything nice to say about darkness. From the earliest times, Christians have used darkness as a synonym for sin, ignorance, spiritual blindness, and death. At the theological level, however, this language creates all sorts of problems, divides every day in two, pitting the light part against the dark part. It tucks all the sinister stuff into the dark part, identifying God with the sunny part and leaving you to deal with the rest on your own time. It implies things about dark-skinned people and sight-impaired people that are not true. Worst of all, it offers people of faith a giant closet in which they can store everything that threatens or frightens them without thinking too much about those things. It rewards them for their unconsciousness, offering spiritual justification for turning away from those things, for God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all." There are days when I would give anything to share their vision of the world and their ability to navigate it safely, but my spiritual gifts do not seem to include the gift of solar spirituality. Instead, I have been given the gift of lunar spirituality, in which the divine light available to me waxes and wanes with the season. When I go out on my porch at night, the moon never looks the same way twice. Some nights it is as round and bright as a headlight. Other nights it is thinner than the sickle hanging in my garage. Some nights it is high in the sky, and other nights low over the mountains. Some nights it is altogether gone, leaving a vast web of stars that are brighter in its absence. All in all, the moon is a truer mirror for my soul than the sun that looks the same way every day. After I stopped thinking that all these fluctuations meant something was wrong with me, a great curiosity opened up. What would my life with God look like if I trusted this rhythm instead of opposing it? What was I afraid of exactly, and how much was I missing by reaching reflexively for the lights? Did I have enough faith to explore the dark instead of using faith to bar all my doors? How much more was in store for me if I could learn to walk in the dark? If you are still willing, read this book. You are still welcome to come along, especially if you too have noticed phases in the brightness of your soul. If you have noticed phases in the brightness of your soul, if you have realized that you are able to walk in the dark or willing to walk in the dark, if you have realized that there are gifts in the dark and you are able to navigate those, you are indeed blessed and you are a good explorer. Pause now and take a breath. Breathe in God's Spirit who walks with us, day or night, light or dark. Breathe out anything that frightens us, anything that frightens you in particular, anything from your past that still haunts you, anything from your possible future that hangs over you with gloom and doom. Breathe in, spirit of peace and hope and promise. Breathe out all that negativity and neglectful thoughts, negative thoughts, disparaging thoughts. Breathe in good thoughts, blessed thoughts for the days to come, and have a good weekend.